Let's get ready to story!
Our first storyteller knows a little too about something about award-winning films, is known across the country of goodness, of broadcast network goodness, and it probably is you, Mark. Mr. Dennebaum, please come on up and give me your West Side true story.
Seriously? Let's give it up for Pam, Ed, and Zoe for putting this all together. So like a month ago, was it like a month or like 6 weeks ago when you Facebooked me? She goes, do you know anybody from West Side? And like a little kid, I was like, oh, me! And as soon as I said it, I was like, fuck. So, I haven't allowed all the antidepressants to kick in yet. All right, so this is a, it's not particularly a West Side story, but it took place in Scranton. Thank you for appreciating me. So it's a cautionary tale that has to do with panic attacks, invasive fingers, and I don't know, whatever else you can take out of it. So when I was about 15 years old, I started having panic attacks. And my first panic attack was at the prep Abington Heights football game at the Lackawanna County Stadium, and I had drank 3 or 4 liters of Mountain Dew, which isn't a really good idea. So I went home, talking to a girl on the phone, and all of a sudden, kind of like right now, my heart started beating really fast, and I ran outside, and it was just starting to snow, and I took all my clothes off, and the world was closing in. And my father came down and found me outside, and you know, he's from West Side, and he's like the nicest guy in the world, but he literally, it was the first time I heard my father curse. And he walked outside, and he goes, what the fuck are you doing? And here I am. I was a lot thinner back then, but I was just wearing and I didn't know about boxer shorts or boxer briefs, so I was in tighty whities. It was kind of, in the white snow, I looked like the dog, whatever. It wasn't pretty. So, I said, I can't breathe, I don't know what's going on. Call the police, call the ambulance, whatever. He's like, take me to the hospital. So he got my clothes on me, and we had a Ford Taurus station wagon. It was white, it was awful. A lot of white in this story. So, I get in the car, he wakes my sister up. I don't know where my mother was. She's, anybody who's from West Side, she teaches at West Intermediate. She's really intense. Her name's Mrs. D or Kathy Dennebaum, or she does phys ed. She probably yelled at you or beat the shit out of you or something. So I don't know where she was, but, so it's me and my sister in the car. We're going down, I used to live in Clark Summit, so we're going down through the notch, all the way down the expressway. Red lights, I'm like, blow them, go through them. And that was the first time I heard me curse like that in front of my dad. I said, fuck it, go. So we got all the way up to CMC, and they bring me in, and I see all these people around, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be suffering through this for the next 3 hours unless I say something that will get me in there as soon as possible. And the lady goes, what's the problem? I'm having a heart attack. Right in. If you have a sprained ankle, go to CMC and say you're having a heart attack. You're gonna get right in. So, we go in there, I'm freaking out, I'm sweating bullets, and literally when you have a panic attack, it feels like the world just kind of closes in and you get this kind of vertigo where it's just insane. So I'm sitting in there and we're trying to figure out how the hell, what they're gonna say if I really am dying or if I'm being paranoid. Oh, by the way, naked, awesome. So I'm in there for maybe 5 minutes and the doctor comes in and I try to explain everything that happens. And you know, my father doesn't know what to do, and the doctor goes, all right, can you guys step out? So my father and my very young sister at the time step outside, and he tells me to roll on my side. And I don't know what that means. I've never been to the emergency room before. So I roll on my side, and I hear a slap. And then I hear a noise that I can only imagine happens in some auto mechanic shop when they're trying to fix a rear end. No pun intended. It was like this, it was awful. So I roll on my side facing away from this doctor. And in my mind, I go, this is gonna happen. No, it can't happen. This has nothing to do with down there. And in one fleeting moment, my whole body just... When a doctor says you're gonna feel a little bit of pressure, don't ever listen to him, because it's not a little. It never was, it never will be. It's a lot of pressure. It's like being up here right now, but in the form of physical awfulness. So he goes, you're gonna feel a little pressure, and it was just like Fletch. I almost did the Moon River. And he was fishing. I don't know why he was, what that was for. So it was a while. But the panic attack went right away. So I was like, holy shit. That's the cure for panic attacks. It's not, just have somebody there who you trust to and just invade you. So it went right away, and they got me prescriptions for like Klonopin and lorazepam, which are awesome. And then like 2 weeks later, my dad's a race car driver, and for some reason in a residential neighborhood, he thinks it's okay to start up race cars. But anyways, my neighbor down the street was the ER doctor at CMC. He wasn't on call that night. And he comes up and he wants to see my dad's car, and they start talking, and my dad goes, hey, let me ask you a question. He goes, is it normal in a medical facility if you walk in with chest pains, they stick their finger up your ass? And the doctor goes, no. Who did that? So I forget the doctor's name, and my father says, oh, Dr. blah, blah, blah. And I swear to God, our doctor neighbor goes, oh, he does that to everybody. And that's how I know I'm not gay. Thank you.